Sounds like we're moving the goalposts a little bit, but
we're not moving them at all. The guy is a miserable failure in clutch time in the final. That's why he only has 4 and not 6 or 7.
And that's why Bill Russell has 11 and Robert Ory has 7.
Wait, what?
7.
And that's why Bill Russell has 11 and Robert Ory has 7.
That's why we say that Bill Russell's better than he was greater than LeBron James. Shake your hand. Good to shake your hand. All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I had a lot of requests to check this out, and for obvious reasons, this is going to be SKAP Attack versus, the official title, NBA Debate. 1 Jordan fan versus 10 LeBron fans. Yep, we're here for this one. And SKAP Attack being the chosen one for this should be honestly pretty damn amazing, because this goes back to the very first video I reacted to on this channel, which was basically, it was the LeChoke video, but you know what I mean? It was always, the origin of my channel was always just like, Jordan fans calling out LeBron fans. So like this now taking place in a face-to-face head-on, this is going to be great, guys. It's going to be a long video, so I don't want to do a long intro, but I do want to let you guys know I'm recording this the day that it actually gets released, this video. And the reason I'm doing that and the reason it's coming out late is because I am officially, this video, when this comes out, this signifies that I am taking 7 days off of YouTube. Finally, because I have not taken a break since I started this whole journey, and it is time. So I'm not sure exactly when this is going to come out, but it's going to come out like shortly after the NBA Finals, because that's when I promised I would do it. So just to let you guys know, current time me is still in the NBA Finals. It's right before Game 3. So anyways, guys, don't look for me in the comments for about a week. I will not be in there. I will not be doing anything YouTube except for having these couple of scheduled videos uploaded. Anyways, guys, let's get back to it. It's going to be a long one. I might split this up into 2 videos. We'll see how this goes. And I say let's just get right to this. This is SKAP Attack, but also it's on the Clash channel and House of Highlights and SKAP's channel. Okay, so that's the official credit to all 3 channels. I will be personally crediting SKAP Attack, and I will be linking SKAP's video down below in the description. So anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get on to it. Shout out to channel members. Appreciate you guys. Like the video if you could. And I apologize for the long intro, but it's going to be the last time you hear it for a week. So it is what it is. Guys, like the vid, hype the vid, all that good stuff. And let's see what this is, man. 1 versus 10. Good luck to SKAP, but if there's anyone who can do it, it's probably SKAP, because he can debate like a madman. So let's go.
Michael Jordan is still the ultimate winner.
Couldn't even beat a bunch of cartoons without Bill Murray.
What about Space Jams 2?
LeBron James willed his team to win.
LeBron is a choke artist.
What was Jordan doing before Pippen?
LeBron had more help to win less.
He's the greatest athlete this earth has ever seen.
That emotional, that's a LeBron fan.
I am a diehard Michael Jordan fan, here to take on these 10 LeBron James fans. I have 5 claims for you today, and each...
Wait. Hold on. What I see? I saw something. There it is. That's what I saw. Wow, buddy. I love LeBron. I can't go that far with him. I'm not wearing I Heart Michael Jordan shirts out in public, bro. Like, no. Come on. There's a problem here.
I have 5 claims for you today, and each one will be hotter than the last.
Okay.
Before we get into it, though, big shout out to Threads. Make sure to follow House of Highlights on Threads to keep the convo going. My first claim today, MJ was the ultimate winner, and LeBron is not.
Let's go. Right out of the gate. MJ's a winner. LeBron's not. Let's go. All right.
If we're talking about like who the bigger winner is, right? We do have to also acknowledge that there are things outside of what happened on the basketball court that makes LeBron James a better winner. Because Michael Jordan retired. So Michael Jordan retired twice.
Okay, so he already conceded that Michael Jordan's the better winner on the basketball court. Did you guys catch that? I'll replay it because it happened so fast. It happened so fast.
Who the
ultimate winner and LeBron is not.
If we're talking about like who the bigger winner is, right? We do have to also acknowledge that there are things outside of what happened on the basketball court that makes LeBron James a better winner. Because Michael Jordan retired.
See, so we're gonna just take away the sports debate now, and we're gonna talk about other things outside of life. Like I've never heard one Jordan fan say, "Oh yeah, well that hospital that he and his mom just built, and what was it in Carolina? That one right there. That's the one that pushed him over the edge and made him the greatest of all time." Yup, had nothing to do with basketball.
Well, Michael Jordan retired twice, right? The first time he retired, he went to go play baseball and sucked playing baseball. Fair. And he became an owner of the Charlotte Hornets, and they sucked for forever, right? So we're going to pull in like what he represents as the brand of basketball, right? Then the things that Michael Jordan did.
Oh, okay. So we should bring in the Jordan brand and how it's the most successful apparel company of all time. I do believe of all time. If not, it's one of the top. It definitely beats anything LeBron's ever had. I also would never use that in a GOAT debate because, like, what the hell, dude? We're talking about basketball here. But you want to talk about it? Fine. Beat that. Good luck.
Off the basketball court, the things that Michael Jordan did as the owner, the one that makes the decision, the thing that a lot of you Jordans fans complain about LeBron doing, because he sits in the back and he picks who comes where. Well, at least he's building teams that's winning championships.
My claim is
his job, he's paid to play and win. His job is not a GM.
Jordan's the ultimate winner. Yeah. Obviously, I'm talking about on the basketball court.
SKAP.
Sure.
You're basically saying he stunk at baseball.
He did.
And was bad at being an owner.
Did he stink at baseball?
Therefore, he is not the ultimate NBA winner. Is that what you're telling me? I just want to make sure.
You didn't say NBA winner. You said winner. Okay. Did he suck at baseball?
So what did? Okay. So
did Michael Jordan suck at baseball?
For sure.
Okay.
Wow, they think they're winning. Like, this is just a waste of time. Honestly, at this point, like, this guy's just wasting time here. He won't actually debate the real thing.
Michael Jordan was an owner.
Right.
Were the Charlotte Hornets producing?
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
So then if he's the ultimate winner, then all of these things that exist.
Well, let's
okay, fine. Then now we need to throw in NASCAR too, because Jordan's won 3 titles in NASCAR as an owner. That makes him the GOAT. Like, this is such a stupid debate. In other words, guys, you ever hear somebody talking like this? That means it's because he already knows he lost the argument. There's no way to argue that LeBron is a better winner on a basketball court than Michael Jordan.
Talk about then the fact that he won a collegiate national championship.
Let's talk about college.
Fair.
You know why LeBron didn't go to college? Because he was a great winner in high school and he got picked number 1 overall out of high school.
LeBron James played international basketball. And he has 2 bronze medals. Michael Jordan never lost a single game in international play. Is 30-0. 4 gold medals.
Wait, last I checked, Michael Jordan was on the team with Charles Barkley and he
all
played
these
other great players.
Do you know when Michael Jordan's gold medals came by any chance?
Talk to me.
One of them came in 1984 when we weren't sending pros and it was still collegiate players at that point. You say that Jordan's been on with all kinds of great players. LeBron's been on those same teams with all these great players. And he still has 2 bronze and Jordan has no bronze. He has 4 golds and not 1 single loss.
Can we both agree that the discrepancy between U.S. basketball and international basketball then and now is much different?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, so then what are we talking about? If the talent
that's why in 84 we had amateurs, we had collegiate players, and the collegiate players still won. That's the difference.
Also talking about 6-0 and 4-6 in the finals.
Michael Jordan's never stepped foot on a basketball court with a player that can shoot the ball as well as Steph Curry has. He's never seen a basketball player as gifted as a scorer and as unique as a guy like Kevin Durant. So we can sit here and splice.
And he's never been on the same team as a guy who can get 30 at any given point and close out a game like Dwayne Wade.
6-0 and the 4-6. But let's also remember, if Michael Jordan doesn't retire the first time in 2 years, he's not winning those 2 championships. So he could be 6-2. We can also talk about that if Steve Kerr doesn't hit a shot in whatever game that was, they won a series that way, right? Michael Jordan.
Oh my God. Michael Jordan is the ultimate winner and LeBron is not. We are not on topic at all. Now, where's he going? Steve Kerr hit a big shot? Okay, cool. Okay, Chris Bosh got a rebound off of LeBron clanker. Passed it out to Ray Allen, and he hit a miracle 3. Okay, so Ray Allen, come on, man, stay on target.
Comes back, they lost in the second round of the playoffs. So we're talking about being a winner. He's 1-9 before Scottie Pippen arrived to Chicago.
6 championships in 15 years. Beat it.
How much winning really?
I'm not talking. Hold on. You want to take away a Steve Kerr hit a shot championship? LeBron James was down 3-2 and down 5 points in an elimination game when Ray Allen saved his ass in that game. I didn't take that away.
LeBron James is also responsible for the greatest playoff.
You see how this goes, by the way? The LeBron fan says something stupid, and they think it's only going to be one-sided. So they throw the punch, and then SKAP is coming back as a Jordan fan saying, okay, well, if you want to say that, then we have, we have all these things to point out, too. Same thing happened on the other end. That's why I'm doing it naturally, because it's what I would say back to him, too. Like, oh, you wanted to go down there? Okay, well, here's this, But if you keep doing this, we'll never actually talk about the topic at hand.
You've never seen in your lifetime.
Also false. I didn't take that away. So I'm giving LeBron credit for his
playoff run and 3-1 in the finals.
And by the way, and speaking of that, there was a suspension and multiple injuries that we have to sort out. But I'm not taking that away either. Hold on. He's got 4. Jordan's got 6.
He does.
LeBron's lost 6 times. Jordan's never lost. Listen. If he's in one singular moment where he could just flex his all-time greatness, as you would say the GOAT, don't you think then we can count that against him if he loses in those moments? Would you not agree with that?
Sure, but also in these moments when LeBron James has flexed his all-time greatness, how many times in those moments has he failed?
Plenty. In 2011, he was in his 8th season. Mm-hmm. He was fresh off of back-to-back league MVPs. Mm-hmm. He again recruited a top 3 player to play with him in Dwayne Wade from the year before.
Dwayne Wade, if he went to
they went to each other, whatever.
Sure. That's worse, though. It's worse. He went to Dwayne Wade's team. It's worse. If he recruited, that's a lot better. Champions recruit great players. To go join up with a champion is a lot worse, sir. So, again, the LeBron fan calling out something he should not.
And people say Bosh top 10, top 15. I'm not talking that idiocy, but he's top 20. He was top 20. So a top 3 and a top 20 player in a series against one All-Star in Dirk Nowitzki.
Look, 2011 sucked. 2011 was is a massive black mark on his
stain on anyone's legacy.
It's not.
Dwayne Wade averaged 27 points on 55% in that series. Chris Bosh was averaging 19 and 7. And LeBron James was the 3rd leading scorer on his own team. He then also got outscored in that series by Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry, who was coming off the bench and played 70 fewer minutes than LeBron James. They were up 2-1, the Miami Heat. They were up 9 in the 4th quarter of Game 4 to go up 3-1 in that series. And they lost that game 86-83. In that game, LeBron James played more minutes than anybody, 45 minutes, 3 of 11 shooting, 8 points in 45 minutes for a back-to-back league MVP in his 8th season.
Look,
this is your GOAT. This is your all-time winner.
I'm not going to sit here and try to make it seem like...
Do you need more concrete examples?
I am not going to sit here trying to make it seem like the 2011 finals is a good thing.
Can you give me an instance of Jordan failing in that spectacular of a level?
Okay. Even though it's not going to be true, I bet he's going to bring up, let's say, Orlando in 94, because this is what they always do. Even though this is not comparable, we're going to be comparing an NBA championship with a stacked deck versus Jordan coming back for 18 games out of retirement. You know what I mean? But I bet you it's what he does. Let's see.
I think being forced to retire after winning 3 straight championships.
Wait, that's even stupider. No, this guy just dumb. In what world was Michael Jordan forced to retire?
Forced to retire?
He had a gambling problem.
Yeah. You idiot. Even these guys are like, oh, you idiot. His father was murdered, you dipshit.
What are we talking about? He had a gambling problem.
Oh, they're clapping. All right, I change it. Let's make it plural. His father was murdered, you dipshits.
And they got him out of there. And if Michael Jordan were playing, I will give you this. Michael Jordan were playing basketball in the 2020s when gambling is loved all over the place, he would have been forced to retire. Here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and spin the 2011 finals for you.
Wouldn't that make his GOAT legacy even cooler? If Jordan won 3 championships, he was so good and he was gambling or whatever, the league suspended him for an entire year and a half. And then after his year and a half suspension, the guy was so badass, he came back and won 3 more championships in a row. Wouldn't that make him actually look cooler? But the thing is I like truth, and it's just not true.
That sucked. It was really, really bad. I watched with my dad. I cried. It wasn't good. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But what I am saying to you is LeBron James, to be able to be who he is, to live up to the expectations that he had to live up to, coming out of Akron, Ohio, being drafted #1 overall. Who's the greatest Game 7 performer of any sport in your lifetime?
This guy,
Bill Russell. Oh, in my lifetime, it would be Jordan, but Jordan never let it get to Game 7. So, and whenever he did, he won. It just never happened in the finals.
Bringing up Game 7s.
Who is
Jordan
it?
never even played in Game 7s. That's how great he was. He never played in one single Game 7 in the NBA Finals because he's too good.
What was Jordan doing before Pippen? He wasn't winning championships.
How many All-Star
I'm relieved to get a fresh face in here.
did he play with?
Hold on.
Before Pippen, he wasn't winning championships.
How many All-Stars?
See how stupid this argument is, though? Because the same thing goes for LeBron. How many championships did LeBron win before he ran to Miami? 0. Okay. Like, these are such, like, and it's so much worse. It's so much worse what LeBron did. So this is just one of those things I wouldn't bring up. Like, you don't bring up teammates, because if you're talking about teammates, LeBron played with 10 times the teammates that Michael Jordan ever did. And he did that within his first, 8 years, because he was already in Miami.
Did he play with before Scottie Pippen?
He was on me.
None. We're talking about what did Jordan do once he got one serviceable All-Star on his team? That's what we're talking about.
He had more than serviceable.
Fine, but LeBron had 2 perennial All-Stars in Miami. He had 2 perennial All-Stars in Cleveland, and he had a top 5 player in Anthony Davis when he won in LA. So to say that, Jordan just couldn't win without Pippen, well, he just didn't have anybody else. LeBron couldn't win at all with anybody else either. In fact, he needed 2 All-Stars.
Who did LeBron have in 07?
Well, more All-Stars, hold on. More All-Stars than Jordan. Ilgauskas made All-Stars. Mo Williams. It's more than
Mo Williams.
All right, okay. Well, you asked me who he had. You asked me who he had.
That's the thing. Why dig your own grave, Dumbo?
More All-Stars than Michael Jordan had before Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen came in the NBA and he averaged
LeBron fans, learn which topics not to bring up, because you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Stop it, get some help. Why would you not think this through?
And 14 points his first 2 years, wasn't an All-Star. Became an All-Star in 89-90. That was the first year he was classified All-Star. In that year, in 89-90, Michael Jordan went to the Eastern Conference Finals against the Detroit Pistons. In that series, Michael Jordan averaged 32, 7, and 6 in that series. His All-Star Scottie Pippen averaged 16 in that series. And then in Game 7, Michael Jordan had 31, 9, and 8 in Game 7. Scottie Pippen in 45 minutes. 2 points. So Jordan lost it when he got his first one-time All-Star. He lost that ECF in 7. The Pistons went on, easily won the championship that year.
Yeah.
Then the next season after that, as Pippen finally ascended to All-Star, Jordan won 6 of the next 7 NBA championships.
What did LeBron have in 2018 when he dragged
Did he win?
that
I don't
team?
remember.
That 2018 team, we're talking they
got swept.
Jeff Green, they made it. Jordan never faced a team. We'll get to this later. Jordan never faced a team anywhere near as good as the 2018 Warriors or any of those Warriors teams.
This
86 Celtics. Next topic.
This is the fallacy of you people. And when I say you people, I mean LeBron jock sniffers and bootlickers. That's what I mean. You're bringing up a year where he didn't even win. You're bringing up a year he got swept in the final.
Yeah, that's why I bring up the 86 Celtics. Sweep for sweep. All right, let's do it.
You brought up the
and then after that, let's compare help.
Finals, and you didn't discredit Jordan for you brought up the conference finals. Look at these stat lines.
You can take that. You can count it against him because he didn't win that year. Whatever. But what did Jordan do otherwise? 6 championships in the next 7 years. What did LeBron do after 2018?
Yeah, and
gallivanting all over the NBA, 2 All-Stars, the top 5 player. Look at Anthony Davis. So LeBron had 2 perennial All-Stars to win his first 3 rings. His 4th and final ring with Anthony Davis that year. Anthony Davis led the Lakers in points and rebounds in the regular season. He led them in scoring in the playoffs, win shares in the playoffs. He also was All-NBA 1, All-NBA Defense 1, DPOY 2, MVP 6. That's what. He's a top 5 player.
And
the ultimate
Pippen,
winner.
He had co-coach. He had Phil Jackson.
And LeBron.
He had Phil Jackson.
has
Rodman
and LeBron has 8 guys that made 17 different All-Star.
He didn't have all those 8 guys at the same
selections
time.
When he played with them. Jordan had 1 guy that made 6 All-Star appearances.
One of the greatest defenders of all time.
Okay, but I'm just saying LeBron had more.
AD was a better defense. Okay, AD was a defensive specialist on the Lakers. Plus, way more of an elite pick and roller than we've ever seen Jordan have, unfortunately. I mean, you want to compare AD versus Bill Cartwright and Luke Longley? I don't think we should go down that path. We shouldn't do this.
Help to win less.
The fact that you just brought up the Detroit Pistons game as like a negative for LeBron, they were down by 7 with 3 minutes left. He scored 25 in a row, 29 to 30. He scored all 18 points for a team.
Did I say negative?
He scored all 18 points in overtime. That's one of the most clutch performances of all time. They shouldn't have been. So now we want to discredit the Spurs series because he didn't play well. The team should not have been in that position.
But wait. The Pistons that year, they had essentially the same number of wins. They were the same net rating in terms of net differential.
You want to know why? Because LeBron James was on the team. You want to talk about Jordan being the ultimate.
They were the 3rd rated net defense that year that held the Spurs to 86 points per game in the finals.
Well, he was the one scoring 29 out of 30. You want
Correct.
You want to talk about the Bulls, the ultimate winning machine.
Correct.
That's because they went from 57 wins to 55 wins in 1994 or 93 when Jordan retired for the first time, or retired. Who knows what happened, right?
I mean, this guy's all over the place, but I will comment on something as just a basketball fan. What LeBron did against the Pistons, what was that, 07, I believe he said? You know, where he basically took over the freaking game and just, he willed his team to victory. Wearing number 23, like that reminded me of Jordan. That's how good it was for one night. And then I hoped that maybe this was the new LeBron. He finally has that killer instinct. He understands what it takes to win. We never saw that version of LeBron again. So like LeBron, this guy's bringing up as a LeBron fan, this one night where LeBron was on Jordan's level and acting like it's special. It was special for one night. Jordan did it his whole freaking career. Big difference here, man.
Lost 2 less games. They lost in Game 7 to the Knicks in the second round. That team in the Phantom call in Game 5, the Bulls fans don't like talking about it. That team should have went to the Eastern Conference Finals without Michael Jordan. They had a top 20 player of all time.
Why would Bulls fans not like talking about it? The Bulls fans wanted the Bulls to go to the finals with or without Michael Jordan. Why would Bulls fans not talk about it? It makes 0 sense. Of course they talk about it. That was the biggest, knife in the heart for them.
Scottie Pippen, top 3 MVP, top 3 defense.
LeBron fans think that all basketball fans are all about the narrative. No, we're not out here trying to protect Jordan's narrative. We don't have to. You understand? We'll just tell the truth and how it happened. And the truth is way good enough to prove the damn point. We don't need to fabricate this crap.
Player of the year, first team All-NBA, first team All-Defense. That was the guy, the greatest coach of all time.
Okay.
Tony, greatest sixth man of all time coming in. Greatest, I
wasn't talking about help. I wasn't talking about supporting cast.
Tony, greatest sixth man of all time. I mean, he's definitely one of them. I mean, Manu Ginobili off the top of my head.
I am.
But if you do, we certainly can. LeBron James failed 7 straight years in Cleveland. Couldn't get it done. Fine.
What is failure to you?
He was the league MVP with the best record in the NBA in back-to-back years, and he didn't even make it to the finals.
Because they had Mo Williams. They had Mo Williams and Antoine James.
Why did they win all those games in the regular season then? Why were they able to win all those games, but when the pressure was on in the playoffs, they couldn't? Why? Mo Williams was good enough then, wasn't he? Actually, the irony is LeBron fans are so mean to Mo Williams. Mo was great. So was Ilgauskas.
They went 66 and 16. Why? Because they had the greatest player of all time.
So let's talk about it then. He couldn't win in 7 years. Whatever you want to call it, failure or not.
He could not win. He didn't win a championship. It's not all about. So what about?
He did not win a championship.
It's not all about winning a champ.
And there it is. And there it is. We finally got there, you guys. We finally got there. LeBron fans, it's not all about winning. It's about stats. It's about all this, all the narrative stuff. It's not about winning. Jordan fans, bottom line, it's about winning. If Jordan went 4 and 6 in the NBA Finals, and I'm one of the biggest Jordan fans that exist, if Jordan only won 4 and he lost 6 times in the championship, I wouldn't be calling him the GOAT. No, Magic Johnson over him. Or, I mean, because we got Kobe would have been over him in that case. Or honestly, we might be saying Kareem. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. It wouldn't be Jordan if he went 4 for 6. But winning is the ultimate thing for Jordan fans and people who are born and raised in the generation that we were. Watching this is what we expected. We expected greatness, and greatness is achieved by winning. If not, you're just another great scorer, and we had plenty of those. But it didn't matter. Stats didn't matter. You had to win or else you didn't get respected.
You sound like Giannis Antetokounmpo right now. There is no failure in sports.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jordan
we're talking
if there is no failure in sports, then there's no success. So if you can't say not winning was a failure, then you can't say you achieved ultimate success when you do win a championship. Then I don't want to see you celebrating. And why is it that when LeBron wins a championship, he says he wants his damn respect? And then a previous time he won a championship, he said, that one right there made me the greatest of all time. Why would the championship matter if, you know, like if LeBron fans say that winning doesn't matter? Why then? Why did those two things in LeBron's mind make him the greatest and also make him demand his respect?
Winner. You want to talk about supporting cast, so let's do it. He couldn't win, whatever you want to say. He was great in 7 years, but he didn't win a championship. He moves on to Miami. You want to talk about what Scottie Pippen was doing the year Jordan was there?
Yeah, I do.
Let's talk about Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
The year before the team up.
Oh, yeah.
D-Wade was All-NBA 1.
Okay.
He was All-NBA Defense 2.
Okay.
He was second in the NBA that year in PER, BPM, VORP, and win share.
Okay.
Second only to LeBron James. Hold on. And he was MVP 5. The year before that, he was MVP 3.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade was
already a Finals MVP.
A top 3 player in the NBA. Then, hold on, they recruited Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
What did Chris Bosh do?
Actually, I was mad at that time, and you guys might think I'm lying, but I'm not. Yeah, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know I was a huge Dwayne Wade fan, right? Huge. In fact, I saw him as the possible second coming of Michael Jordan. Mind you, this was back then when we were still figuring it out. Kobe didn't have 5 championships. You know, Dwayne Wade had 1, and I thought the sky was the limit. I 100%, 1,000% believed and still believe Dwayne Wade was the better player. So I never for 1 second thought Scottie Pippen's the better player over Michael Jordan. So it was never that like, oh, you're teaming up with somebody better than you. That's what LeBron did. He teamed up with the Finals MVP, Dwayne Wade. That's not Scottie Pippen, man. No matter how much respect I have for Scottie and what he did on the court, this is not him. He's not this level.
24-11. He was 4th in PER, 18th in BPM, 19th in VORP, and 20th in win share. Top 20 player in the NBA.
Why were the Bulls still a top 5 team in basketball when Michael Jordan left?
Why did LeBron have to bring in 2 top 15 players on every team?
No, they didn't.
Yes, he did.
Dwayne Wade. Why did Chris Bosh have 10 points in that game?
Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love?
He hasn't answered the question.
Anthony Davis?
Yeah, they're great players. Have you watched the NBA? Players? You need like 4 All-Stars to make the playoffs now. I mean, have you seen how good the NBA is right now?
We'll get into the competition. Don't worry.
Question.
Dwayne Wade in the years before, was a better player than Scottie Pippen.
Before.
But he was.
That word carries a lot of weight.
You are talking about Scottie Pippen when Jordan's not in the league. So I'm talking about Dwayne Wade before he joined with LeBron James.
But you can't mix up the timelines.
All those things Scottie Pippen did was when Jordan was playing baseball.
Yeah, when he was striking out more than getting hits. That would have shaved Double-A baseball. People act like he batted 190.
You got
it's single A.
You got me.
What is
Jordan,
my cousin did better than that.
You got me.
Nobody
Jordan
pretends like Jordan was the greatest baseball player of all time. No, he didn't get you, SKAP. No, we don't do that.
Was not a great baseball player.
How many championships?
Thank you, SKAP. Jeez, man, I forgot, man. These are hard to react to. These are really, really challenging to react to because I want to be in there saying this stuff.
Did Bill Russell win?
11 in 13 years.
Okay. Yeah. How many did Robert Horry win?
7, I believe.
Okay. 11 and 7.
Now they're going to diminish the championships thing, which is why I would throw out the why did LeBron claim that he's the greatest after he won a championship. Like, I would just throw that right back in their face.
are greater than 6, yes?
For sure.
He cannot be the greatest winner of all time if there's players with more championships than him, just based off of that alone.
In fact, I'm going to be totally fair here because, obviously I'm Team SKAP on this one, but this is after the debate and all that. I'm reacting to it. I have Bill Russell titled as the greatest winner of all time, just because he stacked so many damn rings. As far as the greatest of all time, like the greatest player of all time, that's Michael Jordan.
Also, LeBron James is 4-6. Okay, Michael Jordan 6-0 in the finals.
Yep.
Right.
So,
which that's a better record.
Let's do some simple addition. 4 plus 6 equals
10.
6 plus 0 equals
6.
So in order for him to go to 10 finals, he had to have won more than Michael Jordan did, because Michael Jordan only went to 6 finals. So
that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Winning doesn't start in the finals. Winning starts game 1 out of 82. So then to get to the playoffs, now I got to win 16 more to win the championship, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm winning more games than you have won because I went to 10 straight finals.
There's a lot to unpack.
Count the banners. Count the banners on the rafters. That's what the whole, from day 1 of training camp all the way to the final game of the season, this is what the goal is to put another banner on the rafters. Count them. And last I checked, 6 was more than 4. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been in school, but I think 6 is more than 4. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
There, can I start, or are you still going? Okay, first of all, Bill Russell. There were anywhere between 8 to 14 teams league-wide back in the day when Bill Russell was doing what he was doing. Hold on. Okay. He also played at the peak of that run. He had 6 to 8 other Hall of Famers on the court with him.
By the way, I'm going to do the thing I usually do on these and remind everybody what the actual topic is here. Michael Jordan is the ultimate winner. LeBron is not. So even if the LeBron fan can put up a good argument for why Bill Russell is the greatest winner of all time, it still means LeBron is not. The whole challenge was to have LeBron fans prove that LeBron is a greater winner than Michael Jordan, which throwing in another name like Bill Russell does not change that debate.
Absolutely.
Again, Jordan, not even a single All-Star till the 89-90 season. He came in the NBA in 84.
Cool.
Okay, finally, Bill Russell was anywhere between the 3rd to 6th leading scorer on those teams. See, Jordan was, and yes, Bill Russell is arguably the greatest individual defender, but Michael Jordan also has 8 top 6 defensive player of the year finishes, 9 first team defensive selections.
Sure.
So he is still an elite defender in his own right, while leading the NBA, not just his teams in scoring, leading the NBA in scoring every year and in the playoffs every year substantially, by a lot. 33.5 points per game in the postseason. Only one other player in basketball history is in the 30-point per game range in the playoffs. Luka Doncic, 30, still 3 points behind Michael Jordan. So by far, look, no disrespect to Bill Russell. I have Bill Russell higher on my all-time list than LeBron James.
Me too.
He is an elite all-time player.
Well, what are you guys doing? Why are you bringing up Bill Russell then? Why are you bringing up Bill Russell? You don't like it now, do you? You don't like it now, do you? Dumbos. Why are you guys so dumb? Why do you guys keep shooting yourself in the foot? I have Bill Russell far above LeBron James as well. I think any respectable basketball fan probably would.
That's absolutely blasphemous.
Michael Jordan is still the ultimate winner because once he got one single All-Star in his peak,
right?
He won 6 out of 7. He repeated twice.
Okay.
Like, to me, and the fact that he was the best player on offense by far and the best player at his position defensively by far in the NBA over that span of time. To me, the pull that he had, the ask that he had, the things he had to do, the responsibilities on those teams outweigh what you're talking about with Bill Russell, and they certainly damn sure with Robert Horry.
If you want to talk like who had the better team, Bill Russell obviously had a way better team than Michael Jordan ever did.
We talk about winning, right? We talk about winning.
But yes, but there's context.
There's context. There's also context to what you're saying about.
Sure.
Okay, so there's 8 to 10 teams or whatever in the NBA, right? So now we're devaluing the competition that Bill Russell had to play with. We can do the same thing for Michael Jordan. There's nobody hitting. There's nobody hitting a step back 3 when Michael Jordan was winning his championship.
It was God. This is how little you know. Step back 3 was called a travel back then. Dumbass. That's why nobody did it. You weren't allowed to do it.
Allen Iverson hit Michael Jordan with a crossover. He almost fell out his shoes. What are we talking about? If Michael Jordan had to go see James Harden, if Michael Jordan had to go see Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, he would be looking like, what the hell is going on? I don't know what's going on.
Can you imagine Michael Jordan if he was allowed to do a step back? Like, imagine what he would do in the post if he didn't have to abide by the rules of the pivot foot. You know, like the brilliant footwork that we know and love MJ doing. Imagine if he didn't have to do that because he could just travel his way, you know, lift his pivot foot, jump backwards 3 feet, and then do a fadeaway. It would be the most unstoppable thing. It already was, but it would be even more unstoppable. So, yeah, no, it's a good thing we didn't have to step back because Jordan would have averaged 50.
I've never seen nothing like this. So we can say the same thing we're saying about the era's not as good. The same argument applies. And that would only lead to us coming to the conclusion that LeBron would be better because he's facing better talent. But that's a whole different argument. But I don't see the point.
Look, ultimately, in 6 finals appearances, Michael Jordan was 24-11. That's 69% win percentage. LeBron James was 22-33.
Okay, now let's add all of the rounds that happened.
22-33. Wow. I never seen it like that. Or I never heard it like that. Yeah, you're losing. Well, I mean, it makes sense with the record. Yeah, you're losing more of them than you're winning.
Happened before the finals, which are wins, which are on his back. He never has gotten carried.
LeBron James was in
the Buffalo Bills were the greatest team of the 1990s, according to this logic. They were the greatest team of the 1990s because they went to the Super Bowl 4 times. It took a lot of winning to get to those Super Bowls. So they must be the greatest. They're the best. So dumb. So dumb. Yeah, no, I was a Bills fan in the 90s. And we didn't give a damn how many games we won leading up to the Super Bowl. All we cared about was not getting our hearts ripped out and losing another Super Bowl. But they lost all 4, man. They did. We didn't consider that a win. No. We want no consolation prize. I don't want no participation trophy. We wanted the championship, and we didn't. So guess what? I would never brag about I would never brag about the Bills. I would never do it. Like some of those guys are my favorite players: Jim Kelly, Thurman, Andre Reed. I love these guys, but they weren't champions. So you can't. I couldn't compare Jim Kelly to Tom Brady or Joe Montana. This is not a conversation to be had because one of them got, the other. Joe and Tom got the job done. Jim unfortunately didn't.
Far of the 2 conferences, vastly inferior conference in the Eastern Conference for the main majority of his career. And we're going to get into this with the competition. We're going to get into this. Yes, but the East was better back when Jordan was playing. Basically, when Jordan retired is when the West took over for this whole century.
How convenient is that?
It is convenient.
How convenient.
It is convenient for LeBron.
What happened once LeBron went to the West?
I'm sure.
He was going to all these finals. He went to one finals. He went to one finals. He's been in the West in 8 years. He went to one finals versus 9 finals in 15 years in the East. See the difference? Yeah. 9 and 15 years in the East, and then 1 in 8 years in the West. So convenient for LeBron.
Prime of life versus aging NBA player.
Listen, so there's 15 All-NBA players every year.
Yep.
All right? Not specific to conference. 2/3 of the All-NBA designated players over LeBron's 15 years in the East came from the West. 2/3. So the best players, the best teams, by far were in the West. That's why he loses every time he gets to the finals against those. Just 6 out of 10.
Not every time.
Because he failed in the clutch time, which substantially...
Can you imagine? Can you imagine, you fail 60% of your exams? And someone says, man, you keep failing. And you're like, not every one of them. I got 4 out of those 10, man. Come on. I want my damn respect. I won 40%.
actually hindered his ring count. And we can get into it because I've got the numbers. I've got the receipts of how big of a choke artist he is in clutch time in the final.
It sounds like we're moving the goalposts a little bit, but
we're not moving them at all. The guy is a miserable failure in clutch time in the final. That's why he only has 4 and not 6 or 7.
And that's why Bill Russell has 11 and Robert Horry has 7.
Wait, what?
7.
And that's why Bill Russell has 11 and Robert Horry has 7.
That's why we say that Bill Russell's better than he was greater than LeBron James. Shake your hand. Good to shake your hand. Good job.
Michael Jordan faced harder competition than LeBron James.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I did not drive 3.5 hours to listen to this absolute blasphemy. 73-9, the best regular season record of all time.
Ooh.
The best shooter in the planet.
Oh.
My buddy Owen.
Yeah.
0-32 when we're down 3-1. Klay Thompson. People don't even want to say things in a post-game presser anymore because Klay Thompson woke the beast. He came out and dominated the best team ever assembled. 73-9. Steph Curry was shooting from the parking lot, and LeBron James willed his team to win.
I mean, there was the little inconvenient thing in that series of Kyrie Irving, who outscored Steph Curry, who shot higher percentages than Steph Curry from the free throw line, the three-point line, the field. He averaged more assists than Steph Curry. He had fewer turnovers than Steph Curry. He basically outplayed the unanimous MVP as well that year. The two best players on the floor were LeBron and his teammate, Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving, who had a 45-point game in Game 5.
What's this guy freaking out on? Hold on. I want to see why he's like having a spasm.
Irving. And Kyrie Irving.
What's his problem?
Irving, who had a 45-point game in Game 5 to stave off elimination on the road on 80% true shooting. Now, there's also the suspension.
Who was right next to who got hit?
Well, of course it was LeBron.
Wow, this guy's a character. Okay,
mixed up with Draymond.
Well, look.
What are you even talking about? He's just talking about random shit now. Now we're talking about basketball IQ. Well, you want to go down that rabbit hole and talk about like Jokic and Bird and all these guys? Like, what are we doing here? Michael Jordan faced harder competition than LeBron James. Stay on it, big boy.
Of course it was LeBron mixed up with Draymond. Draymond's hand gravitated towards LeBron's groin area. It's happening now too. I mean, we see it. We can't.
Facts.
I mean, we can't blame Dre for that. Okay, it's just like it's a magnet. Like it's just LeBron's groin. My hand is flying through it. Anyway, also too much stuff on your feelings, on your eye test. I'm talking just stone cold facts and data. All right.
Okay, I got you with stone cold facts and data.
Okay,
so
let's do it.
LeBron James was favored 3 times going into an NBA Finals. He went 2-1 in those. He was an underdog 7 times.
Wait. Say it again.
Let's do it.
LeBron James was favored 3 times going into an NBA Finals.
I don't care about what he says after that. So he was favored 3 times. Okay. I got it.
He went 2-1 in those. He was an underdog 7 times and won 2 of those.
Now, SKAP is going to do this because SKAP is like the Encyclopedia Britannica when it comes to this stuff. But, and I'm by far not. I do believe, though, an official stat is Michael Jordan never lost a playoff series when the Bulls were favored. I want to see if SKAP brings that up. Let me know if I'm wrong about that in the comments. I'm like 95% sure that's a real stat. He never lost a series when he was favored. So that already, like, yeah, that I don't even know why we're talking about this in this debate because once again, Michael Jordan faced harder competition, blah, blah, blah. But since he is, I believe Jordan would win that one too.
Was favored every single time.
Wait, what?
LeBron 7 times and won 2 of those. Jordan was favored every single time.
No, he wasn't. That's an absolute lie. SKAP is going to catch that.
LeBron James willed teams to play in the NBA Finals that no one could ever even imagine.
In that putrid Eastern Conference, but go ahead.
All right, well, I'm not even going to touch that. Because the fact that he would take these these players. It's LeBron.
These
it's
players,
LeBron.
those 8 guys that made 17 All-Star games while playing with LeBron.
Did Jordan ever win without Pippen?
Jordan had 1 All-Star that made 6 All-Star appearances when playing.
You see how fast it just happened again? So now Pippen trumps all of those 8 other All-Stars or whatever, however many All-Stars. You see how quick that happened. I'll show you again.
Did Jordan ever win without Pippen?
It happens right there. Hold on.
The fact that he would take these players, it's LeBron.
These
it's
players,
LeBron.
those 8 guys that made 17 All-Star
So
games.
instead of addressing what SKAP is going to say about talking about how much help LeBron had, instead, what about Scottie Pippen? You see this? So now Scottie Pippen is so great. He's better than 8 All-Stars combined. What the hell are we doing here? Like, you guys are delusional. Like, this is this might be like a mental illness, like a new mental illness.
Playing with
Did Jordan ever win without Pippen?
Jordan had 1 All-Star that made 6 All-Star appearances when playing with him. LeBron had 8 different All-Stars that made 17 All-Star games when playing with him.
LeBron is going through top 75 players in his playoff run.
Oh, I'm glad you're trying to get into the harder competition.
Yeah, top 75. Yeah, okay. He also teamed up with how many top 75 players?
Isn't playing against Joker and Embiid and the best shooter to ever grace this earth and Kevin Durant. Like, I could suit up and play.
He did play against Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, who were, and Larry Bird, all arguably, up there at the very top of the mountain as like the greatest shooters of all time. Up until recently, Steph, he took that crown because, not to disrespect Steph, but he also shoots like 3 times the amount of threes as any of those other guys I just listed. But Jordan still managed to win despite having great shooters in the league.
It's just completely different.
Totally.
Jordan went to the same practice facility, the same coaches, the same teammates. He won with so many players have rings because of LeBron, and so many don't because of LeBron.
I'll tell you people.
It's a shame we don't have a statistic that can match an individual player in the.
There is, and I have more.
There's points.
There is more that I can give you.
Jordan isn't even top 10 in points. LeBron's got 10,000 more points.
Oh, because he played so many more games.
Exactly, because he's the greatest athlete this earth has ever seen.
You're disqualified. Get out of here.
Nobody in the 90s could shoot.
They did it.
Tactics were.
I was joking, but like straight up, if I was in a debate, that outburst, which let's watch it one more time. Let's watch it one more time. I won't remember, but in my head right now, I'm telling myself like this will be like the intro, like the teaser. But after this, I would be like, I don't want to talk to this guy no more. He's compromised. He's emotionally compromised.
LeBron's got 10,000 more points.
Oh, because he played so many more games.
Exactly, because he's the greatest athlete this earth has ever seen.
Nobody in the 90s could shoot, and tactics were really rudimentary and bad. And, the last guy.
Defense was much better, though.
No, it really wasn't.
Yeah.
Beating someone up is not really defense.
Well, wouldn't you admit that it's harder to score and make these highlight plays when you're getting beat up and mugged and grabbed? Wouldn't you admit that?
Well, I would.
So if guys can't touch you and they're just running up and down, making wide open shots and layups, it looks better?
Invented the game.
Yeah, he didn't want to hear any of it. That's what sucks. He was talking over it, even though like SKAP basically just hammered that down. But he's gonna deflect it now because he's already in complete denial. He's in complete denial of the fact that he's so wrong about everything. So let's talk about James A. Naismith. Okay, let's talk about him in Springfield. Go ahead. What do you have?
Purpose. That these players would not strike each other. That was the whole purpose of the invention of the foul. Back in 18,
it
whatever
doesn't make it easier or harder. It doesn't change where we were in the 80s and the 90s. That's where we were in the game, and that's why we say this was the hardest era to freaking score in, to win in, because you were getting your ass kicked, and it had to tone down a little because it went too far. So how is that not harder than an era where you can't even touch anybody? Look at SGA and then tell me that it's not easier to score now than it was back then. Just honestly look at it. You can't say that with a straight face.
If they were doing it by that intent in the 90s, then probably these guys would have looked a little more skilled and better.
That's really not what we're talking about.
Sure.
The general skill of the average player in 2026 for basketball
is so much greater.
This is the problem with what you're talking about.
Let's hear it.
It's because it's all about your feelings and your individual eye test.
Yes,
it is. You keep stating all of these things that are not factual at all. You're saying we all agree. We all agree. I don't agree. I disagree.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant's the most skillful player I've ever seen. He was drafted in 1996, a year before you were born, so you probably don't even remember seeing him play in his peak. And then he retired. He popped his Achilles in 2013. So we don't agree. Furthermore, how was the gameplay in the 1960s?
Actually, I think I'm rather qualified to answer that question because I worked on the Bill Russell legend documentary. It's on Netflix now. So
okay.
I've watched a huge amount of that.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Okay.
And how did Wilt Chamberlain play? He was like Omega Wemby, who was 300 pounds, and he kind of just said, throw me the ball and I'll just jump up and dunk it.
So you would admit that Bill Russell was an elite player?
Absolutely. He's in the top 5 or 6 of all-time players.
Respect.
So Wilt Chamberlain was in an era with him.
Yes.
And yet people like you in revisionism will say, oh, well, he was just playing against 6'6" guys that couldn't defend him, and that's why he was so great. He was playing in an era with Bill Russell. So it's an obvious
if it
fallacy.
wasn't for Bill Russell, Wilt would have been stacking those championship rings.
But my point with Bill Russell. So it's an obvious fallacy. But my point here is, so the problem is with you saying the 90s stink is like everybody's eye tests are different. They see different things. They've experienced and lived through different things.
But
so I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about your feelings or your eye test.
That's it right there. Shit. That's the summary. You know, I've been doing his YouTube channel for what, like 2.5 years, almost 3 years. I really don't know anymore. I've never really kept track. All I know is, however long it's been, that's how long it's been since I took a break, and I'm about to take a break. That's exactly what it is. This is what it's like having a basketball YouTube channel, you guys. I'm just gonna let him say it again.
So I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about your feelings or your eye test.
I don't want to talk about your feelings. That summarizes how I feel about all the LeBron fans in my comments all the time. Nobody, and I mean nobody, brings up anything factual. It's just an emotional outburst. And it's usually something along the lines of, you don't know shit, you're an idiot, LeBron is the greatest player of all time. Like, how can you be so stupid you don't see it? So just because I don't share this emotion that you have about LeBron James, and my eyes aren't seeing the rose tinted, I don't have rose tinted glasses on like you do about him, I'm stupid. This is exactly what it's like. I don't care about how you feel. I don't care. What do you know?
Talking about specific measurable things.
Well,
so do you want
do you care? We're talking
do you
about
care?
Just
do you care answering?
On his team, and all he does is shoot. The entire team is functioning. That, hey, everyone, get out of Michael Jordan's way so he can shoot 25 or 28 or 32 times.
So what you're saying is
we just went down this rabbit hole with that Eric Smith video, and we showcased Jordan playing point guard for one little stint, which LeBron got to do his entire career. And Jordan, those numbers were stupid on the assists, man. While he was still getting 30 to 40 points a game, he was getting like 16 assists, 15 assists, 12, 9, 15, 17, while still getting like 5 steals, 2 blocks, still shooting over 50% and getting like, anywhere from 5 to 10 rebounds. Stupid. It's just ignorance. That's all it is. They just don't know. They feel they don't know.
He's not efficient.
Yes, he's the volume god.
I understand.
And that's how in 15 years or whatever it was, including the 2 where he just was doing absolutely nothing and embarrassing himself at the end of his career and like falling over and getting dunked on by young men with athleticism.
Who, LeBron?
It was like, he's just running it up. I don't understand what we're talking about here.
Okay, I understand.
And what does he do better than LeBron? Let's talk about that.
I'll let SKAP do it.
Or defend, win.
No.
Okay,
no.
But wait a second here. Can I answer anything that you just said?
Yeah. Just because you feel a certain way, man. He just dismissed everything SKAP said, and he said it really fast. Score, defend, win. Boom, 3-3. That's 3 good ones. You can't even debate with that.
I can't even get a word in edgewise here. Look, Jordan scored what he scored.
I want to see it again. What the hell? We're going out with a blast today.
But wait a second here. Can I answer?
He do better than do better than LeBron. Let's talk about that.
Score, defend, win.
No.
He's actually rejecting it, saying no. Well, prove it. How can you prove any of that?
But wait a second here. Can I answer anything that you just said? I can't even get a word in edgewise here. Look,
that's the stupidest thing. Like, that's actually embarrassing. If I were his guys, I'd vote him out. Because you want to talk about DPOY, you want to talk about all the defensive first teams, all that. Like, obviously, Jordan on the defensive end. You want to talk about, you like stats? You want to talk about steals and blocks then? Obviously, Jordan wins this. This is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Scoring, look at the average PPG. That's all you got to do for scoring. Easy win. And in winning, 6 championships versus 4. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, you can't just say no, and then it disappears.
Jordan scored what he scored in an era where scoring per game was substantially lower than it is right now. That's one. But you're talking about efficiency. Fine. Hey, I'm with you. Let's talk efficiency.
Yes.
Player efficiency rating, which measures.
Absolutely.
Let's talk BPM, PER. Efficiency metrics. You're saying Jordan was a gunner. He was inefficient. LeBron's
How was he inefficient?
So
How was he inefficient? He was over 50%. And then you want to talk about like shooting and scoring. Then how about free throw percentage? Jordan wins that battle too. Like, what are we even talking about here?
Why is it that, riddle me this, why is it that in all of LeBron James's peak, he never once eclipsed Michael Jordan in regular season PER BPM, never once eclipsed Jordan in playoff PER BPM. And guess what? Nikola Jokic is number one in those things now. So Jokic was able to do it. LeBron wasn't.
You know, from the moment that LeBron stepped on the scene, there's been just gentlemen like yourself who this is the key topic of conversation. We all talk about the scandalous person, scandal-less, this person who is fantastic and like has all these attributes to him. He's under a microscope, so he understands that if he goes out there and he shoots 32 or 35 times like the GOAT, his airness or whatever it is, he would just say, look at this guy. Doesn't he know he has teammates? Doesn't he know this, that, and the third? He's just selfish. You know, anything LeBron would do, they would do the opposite.
Because he was afraid to take those shots?
An open shot.
Because he choked unequivocally in the biggest moments with those shots?
6'9" flying tank and drive through the air.
No, he's not doing it because he's nice. And he doesn't want to appear not selfish. If that was the case, what was it, 2013 against the Spurs in the finals with the Heat? Why did he take that 3 with about 6 seconds left on in the game? Do or die 3. The one where Chris Bosh gets the rebound, passes it to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen saves the day. Why would he take that shot then? The fact is he missed it, but he took it now, didn't he? So he is selfish, I guess, according to you.
Does that mean he's afraid of you? No, I don't think so.
Epic
he's just making
choke artist when it matters.
That's why he has the most buzzer beaters in history, the most clutch shots to go ahead in the last 30 seconds, last 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 5 seconds.
He is the antithesis of clutch when it matters, and we're going to talk about that at some point in this show.
Falsehoods.
It takes me back to the choke video. Okay. Holy crap. This is way more intense than I thought it would be. I don't even know how long this video has been, but I'm going to stop this one right here. It looks like we might, guys, I might be leaving you guys with 3 days worth of content as I take my break, because I think this might be a 3-parter. So anyways, that's going to end part 1. I won't see you guys in the comments this time. In fact, if I see you guys in the comments, I want you guys to do me a favor. Like, tell me to get the hell off of the YouTube Studio app. Stop replying to comments. Enjoy my break. That's what I want you guys to tell me. All right. My goal is to like just not even look at the app, like to hide the app for a week, so I don't get involved in YouTube stuff. But anyways, this is part 1. We're gonna come back with part 2 tomorrow, and yeah, dude. Oh man, my blood pressure can only handle so much of this in one sitting. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Hope you guys are having fun. I think I'm having fun. I don't know. Like, I'm excited to do more of this. At the same time, like, man, this stuff like kills me a little bit. But yeah, we'll do part 2 and then probably a part 3 on this. I'll see you guys later. Like the video on the way out if you could. I hope you guys still get into comments and have a good conversation together. Have a good old debate, amongst yourselves. And yeah, guys, I will see you tomorrow for the next episode. All right, guys, peace out. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, be water, my friends. Peace out.